Today's top stories at NBR. Ocean Flyer plans to disrupt New Zealand's travel sector. AI breast cancer screening software platform now headed by a woman. Wellington Drive Technologies lowers its earnings guidance, and there's more coming right up. Kia ora and welcome to NBR Today, 100% subscriber funded and proudly brought to you by you, as is every story at nbr.co.nz. It's Thursday, April 21st. I'm Paul Brennan. Thanks again for joining us. Economists predict the Reserve Bank will deliver another 50 basis points hike in the official cash rate in May as it battles to control ballooning inflation. Annual consumer price inflation reached a 30-year high of 6.9% in the March quarter due to rising fuel, food and housing costs. While the number was slightly lower than some had expected, most commentators believe inflation has yet to peak. Much of the downward surprise to our inflation pick looks to be due to timing and will likely reverse. ASB senior economist Mark Smith said CPI inflation would remain well above 5% through all of 2022 and might not fall below 3% until 2024, ASB believed. We expect the RBNZ to move swiftly and deliver a 50 basis point hike in May, he said. New company Ocean Flyer plans to disrupt New Zealand's travel sector once it launches its electric sea glider fleet on several domestic routes. Ocean Flyer was started by Shah Aslam, who also owns regional airline Air Napier and small venture capital firm So Capital. It has inked a $700 million deal with US startup Region Craft, which is backed by high-profile investors Peter Thiel and Mark Cuban for 25 sea gliders, 15 Viceroys, which hold up to 12 passengers, and 10 Monarchs, which hold up to 100 passengers. Ocean Flyer's Sham Aslam and John Hamilton joined the NBR's Calendar Stuart Menteith.
Pretty excited to ink this deal for $700 million, which involves 25 sea gliders. Look, the money question it's a pretty simple one. There's investors out there. We're going down the path of sustainability. We heavily believe in making New Zealand carbon neutral by 2050.
Ocean Flyer's Sham Aslam and John Hamilton with Calendar Stuart Menteith there. A company whose hero product is an AI software platform for personalised breast cancer screening is now headed by a woman, a rare thing in health tech globally. Despite the dominance of women in broader healthcare, Wellington-based Australian-listed cancer software company Volpara Health Technologies announced to the ASX today the appointment of Terry Thomas as Group Chief Executive. Thomas is a US citizen living in Tauranga, a registered nurse who's worked in 3 district health boards and has extensive executive experience in healthcare globally, including 21 years at US healthcare software developer Epic Systems, where she rose to vice president. Thomas takes over from Ralph Hyam, who founded Volpara 13 years ago to apply computational modelling research he did at Oxford University to breast imaging. Liquidators of David Henry's Kinleith land and infrastructure still haven't been supplied financial accounts or balance sheets, according to the most recent liquidators report into the business. As a result, the estimated realisable value of assets is unknown, though $512,027 was realised during the period, almost all of which stemmed from the transfer of a sale and purchase agreement. The liquidators said investigations into the company revealed Kinleith was party as purchaser to an agreement for the sale and purchase SPA of land at Marsden Point near Northport. The company was in default under the terms of the SPA and didn't hold assets or a finance agreement for the company to settle. NZX-listed refrigeration technology supplier Wellington Drive Technologies has lowered its earnings guidance by $1 million after it was unable to supply all of its customer orders and was hit by significant component cost increases. But the company says revenue is tracking 26% higher in the first quarter of this year and could have been even higher if not for the operating constraints it faced. Wellington Drive was founded in 1985 but made its first net profit during the 6 months ended February 2020. The Auckland-based business provides products to the retail, food and beverage industry. Chris Brown has resigned as chief executive of supplement-turned-aged care provider Promesia after just over a year with the business. His last day at the NZX-listed company is tomorrow, Friday, and his vacancy will be filled by executive directors Tom Brankin and Andrew Mitchell until a permanent replacement can be found. Brown joined the company as a contractor and took the chief executive role in August. The full details of those stories and more are at nbr.co.nz right now. Friday at NBR, in his weekly column, Tim Hunter reckons on CBL the FMA is just getting in the way. While Rachel Smalley's column this week gripes about revenue generation by Auckland Transport. I'm Paul Brennan. Join me again from around lunchtime tomorrow for the morning's NBR trending stories. Then again right here from 5:30 for another NBR Today.